Hey, what's going on, everybody? Echoside Fiend here, back once again on Carnival Spirits. And today I got a pretty interesting, kind of funny story to share from way back in my history of ICP fandom, like almost to the beginning. Not quite, but almost. So, Thursday night, my buddy Ben just called me out of the blue. He's one of my oldest friends. We met when we were both 12. We met in sixth grade. He's just a couple months younger than me. And so we go way, way back. You know, we met, like I said, in sixth grade. We both were big wrestling fans. So we bonded over that. We were both video gamers. We both like to draw. We were both like artists, so we just had a lot in common. Liked a lot of the same music, at that point, 12, I was already getting into like the punk and, metal and stuff. So we both liked Metallica and stuff like that, so just bonded right away and became really good friends. And so all the way into high school, we stayed friends all through high school. The junior and senior year, we ended up going to different high schools. His folks divorced, and he went with his mom. She moved to Cedar Springs, which wasn't far from Rockford, only like 10, 20 minutes, if even that. So we still stayed in touch. We just didn't go to high school together. So, but after high school, neither one of us went to college right away. In fact, I don't think he ever did at all. Like I ended up going to just community college when I was 21. But after we both graduated, we ended up becoming really close again. Hanging out all the time. He kind of fell in with our skater group of friends and became friends with all those guys and stuff. So a lot of great memories, a lot of great history between us. He also I found ICP in my senior year of high school, and I showed them to him right away. He didn't get into them like I did, but he liked them. Like he had me burn. It wouldn't have been burn. There wasn't CD burners yet, but make cassette tape copies of a few of their albums for him. He is also the one who had my Hollywood Records version of Great Malenko for so long, and he found it and gave it and sent it back to me because he doesn't even live in Michigan anymore. So, but he was the one who was with me in line. I've shared the story before. We went to go meet them at an autograph signing at Believe in Music. And we got there, and the line was so fucking long, and I had brought this and my island version, and he didn't have anything to have signed, so I had just given this to him. I'm like, well, you can get this signed, but it's still mine, and he's like, all right, that's cool. He's like, I just want to say hi to him anyway, but I'll get this signed for you. And then he just kind of ended up with it, and for all these years I was like, hey, do you know where that is? And he's like, I probably still have it. I'll find it. And he found it and sent it back to me. Now you'll see it is not autographed inside or out. I have shared the story, but we went to an autograph signing and never made it to them, so I never got that autograph. So I think maybe next time I see them and do VIP, I'll bring this with me so I can savor. After all those years, I finally got it signed. So anyway, he's the one who had that. But also, yeah, he ended up joining the Marines just a little bit before the September 11th attacks. So like when he got done with basic training, he was among the first to have to go over to Afghanistan, and so he was there for a while, and then even after everything subsided, he ended up staying in the military, the Marines, for several years. He was stationed in Japan, and the town that he was in had a deathmatch wrestling promotion. It wasn't anything that I recognized. He said the name of it, but he used to go and he would take. He had a digital camera, and he'd take pictures and then email them to me and shit. And then he had a cell phone through the military that he could call internationally, so he would call and visit. We'd visit on the phone, and he'd tell me all about the crazy shit that he was seeing in those matches and stuff. So we stayed in touch all those years and everything. But for these first few years, right out of high school and right up to like we were both probably like 24, we were inseparable. And so even though he's done in the military now, he doesn't live in Michigan anymore. So he's in Ohio. He settled down there, and he's married and has a family, so we don't see each other much. But when he's been up here to see his folks, we'll meet up and everything. But so anyway, he is the one who was with me on this within this funny story. So anyway, so as I've talked about before, like the first many times, actually, probably like 7 or 8 times that I saw ICP, they were just like pay at the door, or if it was ticketed, it was just like 10, 12 bucks, nothing much at all. And so at this point in time, they had now blown up because of the whole Hollywood debacle and everything. So I saw them a couple times during this period, even after they had blown up, but they were playing like small venues still because they were like it was the tour that they already had planned. It was all ticketed, so we all already had our tickets, so we didn't have to worry about getting in. But you'd get there and it'd be fucking packed, like sold out, because all these people just like all of a sudden heard about this band and like, oh, cool, let's go see them, and which is fine, but it was just kind of fucking annoying, It's like, yeah, I mean, I'm glad they would sell it out, but you'd be there with all these fucking people that didn't give a shit about them. They just heard the dating game. One of their friends bought the album because it was on the news, and they heard the dating game, and they're like, let's go see them, And it's like, hey, good for ICP bringing these people in, but regardless, right? So at this point in time, I never paid more than like $15 to see ICP, right? So after they get done with that tour, and this concert specifically, when me and Ben were talking about this the other night, we decided it was definitely between Malenko and Jekyll Brothers, because both me and him were 21, and we remember that it was during warmer weather, so it was at least during the spring, but we're thinking it was probably during the summer. And the reason that I'm not 100% sure is I don't have my fucking ticket specifically. I know I have it somewhere, but I used to put all my concert tickets, no matter what they were, in a scrapbook. And I'm positive that and some of my other early ICP stuff is still in there, and that's packed away at my folks. So hopefully I'll come across that sometime. But anyway, so like I said, we were guessing that, not guessing, we're certain that it fell in between that time because we were both old enough to drink, and I know it wasn't Amazing Jekyll Brothers yet. So anyway, they were coming through, scheduled to play Grand Rapids at the Deltaplex Arena, which is the arena they would actually stick with for quite a while when they came to Grand Rapids, for many years. But it's a bigger venue. It's actually they bring some big name bands. I saw like Green Day and Blink-182 there. God, I mean, I've seen a lot of shows. I mean, plenty of ICP shows, but there's a lot of bands. Slayer and Slipknot play. I didn't go to that, but I remember they played like the Slayer Slipknot tour played there. This place will do like all the big sales of the centuries and gun and knife shows, and a lot of high schools do their graduations there and shit. So it's a good sized venue. So they were coming there. And so me and Ben see it scheduled, it's still a few months out. We're like, fuck yeah, let's go. It was on a Saturday. I remember that specifically because at this point in time I was working at the place that I am still at, and I still do work Monday through Friday. But at this time I was second shift, so if it was during the week, I would have had to take the night off, and I know I didn't. So I know for a fact that this was on a Saturday. So we decided, we're like, yeah, fuck yeah, we're gonna go. So we go to get tickets. I don't remember if we went on it, this is very early internet, but there was a Ticketmaster website. So I forget if we went there or if we went to the fucking venue or a satellite store to get them. But regardless, we go, and we come to find out the tickets were like $35, something like that, and then like a $10 service fee. So you're looking at like $45. We're like, no fucking way. There's no way. I'm like, I am not paying $45 to see a band that just a couple months ago was $10 or $15. Not to say ICP isn't worth that. They're worth to me, they're worth 10 times that. But this was literally just concert promoters, the venue, Ticketmaster seeing, oh yeah, they had this fucking album get yanked from the store, so now they got a fucking whole bunch of people that are gonna buy fucking tickets to come see them. They know one fucking song on the damn thing, and they know they could get fucking all this extra money out of all these fucking dumbasses that just like, oh, the song The Dating Game, let's go see them, where all the rest of us that are fucking fans from the beginning, or almost from the beginning in my case, very early on, now we gotta pay fucking, $15, $20 more just because you think all these dumbasses are gonna fucking come, well, not think, they will come and pay that. And I'm like, I am not fucking paying that, no goddamn way, and Ben was, same thing, he's like, no, dude, we're not, that's absolutely insane. Absolutely not. We're not fucking paying that. So we decided then and there, we're like, we're not fucking going. I'm like, nope. I'm taking a fucking stand. I'm going to fucking show Ticketmaster. I'm going to show the Deltaplex. Like, you can't just fucking jack the fucking prices up 30 fucking bucks more than what they were, $25, $30 more, just because, a bunch of idiots will fucking pay to come, and not all the rest of us that are actual juggalos have to fucking suffer because of it, And even though I knew deep down inside, I know, like, technically me taking the stand was taking money out of ICP's pocket, but I was like, no, I'm not paying that much. Absolutely not. So we decide right then and there, we're like, nope, we're not going. We're not going to this fucking show. I'm like, I would love to fucking go see them at their first arena show. They're not their first ever, but the first that I would have seen. And but I'm like, I can't fucking pay that much. I will not, you know. And so we put it out of mind. We're like, nope, we're not going, you know. So the weekend came, like I said, this is a couple months later. The weekend of the show came, and Ben had an apartment in Lowell, Michigan. It was about like literally only about a half hour east of Grand Rapids, and so it's Lowell. It's a very small town, but their downtown area is on a road called Fulton, and Fulton, if you take that all the way fucking down, half hour goes right into the heart of Grand Rapids. It's actually one of the fucking main streets in Grand Rapids. The Van Andel Arena is sitting on it, so it's like you can like go to the Van Andel Arena, downtown Grand Rapids, second biggest city in Michigan, and then drive the same road half hour east and come into this little fucking podunk country town. It's so weird. So Ben had his apartment there, and so weekends would come. I'd just bring a change of clothes, bring like my PS2 or something, throw it in my backpack, and I would just fucking go to work, and then I'd just go right over to his apartment, and he had N64, and we'd come together, we'd have all our video games, and I'd bring like a 30 pack, and we'd just sit and play video games in his little apartment. And drink beer all fucking weekend, and he still smoked weed then, so he'd fucking be taking hits off his fucking joint and all that stuff, and whatever, and so we just fucking party it up, sometimes you had like, maybe a couple other people over, and but we just stay up all fucking night playing video games, listening to music. So I think that weekend came, I did that, just went over to his place right after work, and so Saturday comes. We're just sitting around in his apartment, and we're just playing video games, and I remember him like just chilling in his recliner, and I got my feet kicked up on a coffee table. I'm sitting on the couch, my feet kicked up on the coffee table, and I'm playing, got my controller in hand. I think this was probably about like maybe 2 in the afternoon, and we're just sitting there fucking playing, and all of a sudden I was like, dude, I really want to fucking go to that ICP show tonight. And he goes, I do too, hold on. And he fucking gets up. He had, like I said, he had internet at his place, again, dial up, like AOL shit early on, but he had his computer, and he gets to the, probably took him 20 minutes, but got to the fucking Ticketmaster website, and he looks, he's like, it's not sold out. You want to go? And I'm like, yep. And he goes, fucking done. They're on hold. I'm like, all right, fuck yes, dude. And he kind of looks at me, he's like, yeah, I really wanted to go to that too. I'm like, yeah. So we bought our fucking tickets, and of course we bought them the day of the show, so now we probably paid like fucking $55-$60 a piece, but in the end, it was totally worth it. So we ended up. I think I feel like I ran home and grabbed a change of clothes, came back out to his place. We took off from his apartment and headed, because we head right down into Grand Rapids, hit a couple of bars, had a few pre-drinks, and then the Deltaplex is just maybe 10 minutes north of Grand Rapids, if even not even 10 minutes, probably 5 minutes. So we get to the Deltaplex, place is fucking packed, man. We pull up to the fucking parking lot. There's cars as far as you can fucking see. Again, I was happy for ICP, but I'm like 90%, maybe not 90%, but 75% of these people in here aren't even going to be fucking real juggalos, real fans. I shouldn't judge. I shouldn't say that. But regardless, we get in. It was fucking packed. And the crowd was cool. Don't get me wrong. Everything was fucking cool. But so we get in there. It's absolutely fucking packed. And we both bought a shirt or whatever. We go to the merch stand. And this is the part that I think is fucking hilarious, man. We couldn't have fucking scripted this any better. We go over to the fucking beer cart. We get a couple of beers. We both got our shirts over our shoulder or whatever, shirts that we bought. And we get our beers, and we get up, go about halfway up, and we're standing there. We're just waiting for the first band to start. We're just sitting there. We're both just kind of looking at the stage, and all of a sudden Ben's like, hey. And I look at him, and he goes, we sure showed them, didn't we? I was like, yeah. And I don't even know if I started cracking up, but I was like, yeah, we did. And then I was like, you know what, dude? I'm like, they almost missed out on this right here. We just fucking cheers, took a big gulp of our fucking beer, and we had a fucking blast the rest of the night, man. And the thing is, as much as this night stands out in my mind, I don't recall like who opened. We were talking about it, and I thought maybe Suicidal, but Suicidal Tendencies, but I love Suicidal, and I don't think I would have fucking forgot if they played this show, because I did see them with ICP before, but I don't think it was this show. And I said that to Ben, and he's like, "Yeah, that sounds right, but I don't know." And I'm like, "Yeah, no, I don't think that's what it was." But we couldn't decide. We couldn't come up with a answer to who it was that opened or anything like that. I don't recall what stage that it was, and neither one of us got like drunk, like wasted or anything. But we're just sitting there trying to piece it together, and we just couldn't come up with anything. But I do remember though that it was a great time. We had an absolute blast, you know. And then the show only went to like 10:30 or 11, so we just hit Grand Rapids for a little bit, you know, bounced around, had a couple beers, headed back up to his place and played video games and drank the rest of the night. So happy that we had fucking gone to this ICP show. So yeah, it was just a great time. It was just a funny memory with me and him talking about it. I kind of forgot about it, you know what I mean? Like that we were not gonna go, and then had that funny interaction with like, oh, we sure showed them, huh? You know. And I just thought that was great. And after we started talking about it, I was like, man, I've got to share this, you know. But yeah, it was just a great time, and you know, and it was cool to just talk about it with Ben too, because like I said, me and him go way back. He's still a great friend. We were absolutely inseparable for a while. And especially after me and him turned 21, just ICP shows aside, me and him had some fucking crazy ass nights downtown bar hopping, man. A lot of fucking fun times. A lot of some sketchy times too, you know, as far as maybe some fights and stuff like that. But just not between me and him, you know, but just you know, just being downtown, you know how things go. So, but a lot of great memories, a lot of fun times, and a lot of crazy adventures with him, you know, out on the town, and just good memories. So that's pretty much that. That's the gist of the story. So I hope if you watched all this, I hope maybe it kind of rekindles some stories with concerts with your friends, whether it's ICP or whoever. If it's just some other band that you love and support, maybe this will bring back some memories for you, make you kind of think back to some early times going to these concerts and stuff. So, but yeah, that's pretty much all I got. So. As always, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for supporting. Thank you for watching Carnival Spirits. This is Echoside Fiend, and I will catch you in the next one. Too sweet.